this, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on their in-state rivals to the south, the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done. Stop some people. Put them on the ground.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They go play action. Mayfield. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This now a 3rd and 4. Kings. Mayfield looks to throw. And he is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rachaad White, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. Gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Dolphins 0.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looking to pass. Tua. And this pass broken up. excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And it showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 2nd down and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. So nothing doing there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Brings up third down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's getting his run back out of the backfield. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jalen Phillips make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
180. Hey, alert 33.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O'Keefe, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. Now this thrown deep for Kraft. And that's going to be incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Ready.
Achane gets it from the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Swingless out wide. Here's Achane. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
Good save. Go ahead. Ready, two. Turbo. Hey. 21G. 21G. 20 TX.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Steps away to his left. Runs through the contact. And will slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Touchdown! Jayden Reed, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Dolphins 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. They go with White on the counter. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. White, he'll try the left side. Oh, nice move. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it this time. being chased out left. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Buying time to his left. That's taken in by Kraft. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tucker Kraft, 30 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14.
Jason Sanders to kick
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Mayfield down. A quick hitter complete. It's White. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 of the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. In motion left, Godwin. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Hey, alert! 180!
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a double off to White. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
180! Run. Pistol. Hey, we're 33.
Baker changing the play at the line. Flush to his right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Regular. 180!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, ready. 22! Solo left Zion.
Here's Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
20, 10, and he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Flushed out right. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here.
Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mayfield looks to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to try and go deep again.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
To a hit in the ball zone.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Solo left Zion. left, Zion.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
21G, 21G.
Now Tua. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch out!
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Now on this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
180! Watch out!
Mayfield.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Mayfield off the play fake.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try.
49-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Achane. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get free, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Quick throw caught by Godwin.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Play fake. Mayfield rolling to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
To throw, Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10
at the 40.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And Monty Rice there on the tackle.
brings up second.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Tua sets up to pass it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Once again, it's Irving. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice the game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. Complete. It's Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rachaad White with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Dolphins 17.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Hey, come on, two.
Up the middle, Achane. And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
38-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline.
And they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
He gets it inside of Johnson. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing, Bridgewater.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
1st down, here's White. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in inning rush offensively.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 of the 4. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Williams is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Achane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes
it's caught inside the 25. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
as a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Buccaneers 48. Dolphins 24.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Out.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That'll be caught right side by Reed. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light up? Yeah, did I find out? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside.